primarily we'd like to have one long-term and then respite and emergency. So we do get a lot of kids who just come for the weekend, particularly with respite. Since May 2017, so 8.5 years. Altogether, about 60 children. In a way, it's my wife's story in that she was helping to care for her newborn nephew, and as she was driving back and forth to the Gold Coast, she saw signs saying become a foster carer with LWB, and she asked whether she could join up, whether we would join up, and I agreed on the proviso that she would be the primary carer. We did all our training, and then when the first child arrived, I just loved it, and so I've become the primary carer. Caring's quite a tough gig to do full time, so it's good for carers to have a break so that they can rejuvenate themselves. The respite is basically a way where the children that they care come to us so that those carers can have a break, and in return they'll return the favour and look after one of our children. Whereas emergency is more that a child, when they first come into care and they just need to find a bed for the night or for a short time while they're generally looking for relatives or kin to become the carers. The long-term care basically depends on what sort of court order that they're on. You're just doing the day-to-day care for this child. You're getting them to school, you're taking them to appointments, you're dealing with basically pretty well all the decisions when it comes to looking after the child, particularly the day-to-day decisions. So many. Well, the very first child was a big shock to her, but it was a big shock to us as well. Just suddenly having this little person who you're in charge of, you're the one who's looking after them. And basically we've maintained a relationship to this day. She's 19 now. In fact, I'm going to visit her next week, and she's got a family of her own. So yeah, it's really nice. She's very special to us. It's very rewarding. You do get attached to the children, and you know you're helping out in a tough situation. So every conversation turns to me being a foster carer, and I always advocate for everyone becoming a foster carer, even just for respite. Some people couldn't take having a child for a long time and then maybe having to let them go and say, well, just do respite. You're giving the carers that are out there a break and a rest so that they can be able to continue on.